Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Athletic School podcast. Today, I want to share with you guys something that I learned not too long ago, a mindset shift that truly changed everything in my life. The other day, going to work, I was listening to Zig Ziglar speech that he said something very simple, but it was definitely different. He said that we don't pay the price for success, we enjoy the price of success. And I want you to think about that a little bit before we dive in. Because most of the time, we are taught the opposite. We think that you have to sacrifice, you have to have sacrifice first and then happiness later. You work now and then you get the reward later. But when we think about the best athletes, creators, leaders, often they discover something different. They begin to enjoy the training, the discipline, the discomfort. Then they find the results. And that changes everything. And it was the same thing for me. Moving to a new city, moving to a different country with an uncertainty of where those changes would take me, leaving my home, my family in Brazil, coming to the US, trying to play soccer, and then trying to move to a new city for a job. Like all those things, I didn't have any certainty when I made those choices. A lot of people say that they want success, but if success requires waking up early, consistency, missing parties, or staying alone, learning slowly, hearing a lot of no's, and not being recognized for what you do, a lot of people stop. But not because they don't want the dream anymore, but because they dislike what the dreams cost. You don't become successful when you reach something. You become successful when your habits align with who you want to become. There's a research on self-determination theory that show athletes who develop that intrinsic motivation, meaning that they find value in satisfaction in the process itself. They show greater persistency and effort over time. So basically, people stay committed longer when they enjoy the work, not just the reward. That means that if you love trophies, medals, likes, praises, contracts, scholarship, all those things, your motivation breaks when those things disappear. Success feels lighter when you choose the cost. The same workout can feel like a torture or a privilege. The same early morning can feel like a punishment or purpose. What changes? It's the meaning. Psychology shows that when effort is tied to personal autonomy and identity, people perceive the same hard work in a much different way. So if your coach makes you run, you may hate that, but if you run because you know who you are becoming, you begin to respect it. So you can ask yourself, am I doing this because I want the image or because I love the person the process is going to create? But let's be real. Enjoying the price doesn't mean every day feels amazing. Some days you're gonna be tired, injured, confused, lonely, doubting everything. The point is not to fake positivity. The point is loving the meaning behind the discomfort that you feel. And that's the difference. You may not enjoy every single rep that you have to do, but you can enjoy who the rep is building. A lot of athletes are lost when the competition ends. We talked about it on the podcast multiple times because we get attached to the scoreboard. And sometimes we forget that we have to learn to love the growth. Because when the season ends, who are you? When the applause stops, when no one posts you, when your body slows down, what are you gonna do then? And that's when the real discipline starts. The athlete mindset should survive after sports, in business, in relationship, health, purpose, leadership. That's how sport teaches life. But then I want to ask you a few questions that I want you to truly reflect on it. Do you love the dream, or can you love the daily work? Can you trust your growth even when nobody notices? Can you keep your discipline when the crowd disappears? And are you still willing to pay the price if nobody applauds the result? Maybe success was never the trophy. Maybe success was learning to wake up excited for the work. Maybe the early mornings, the setbacks, the repetition, the doubts. Maybe that was the gift. Because if you learn to enjoy the price, you stop waiting for success. You realize you are already living it.